This tech tip looks at how to customize export colors when you're exporting to any GPS hardware.
One other thing I want to show you now is as we're getting ready, Juan talked about building our model, right? We were looking at our model. We inspected it in 3D. Now we're ready to send it out to the field. Well, there's a couple things we need to do before we do that. And one of the things is if I go up to Utility, Manage Export Colors. Let me turn off the annotation. I just turned that on just so I could insert my sheet. Now I'm going to go to Utility, Manage Export Colors. And this is nice, Juan, if you're exporting out to like a Topcon Trimble, right? Those of you that are using machine control and GPS, right? We can, again, build that model in-house and then utilize the features that AGTEK's added just to help you guys so you don't have to use all these other programs. So now this is allowing me to set the colors that I send out to the field, Juan. So we used to set, different colors for pads, different colors for streets, and different colors for curbs. So the operators in the blade or the dozer could see, if they see a certain color, they know, oh, that red's a pad, blue's curb. So they get used to it model after model. So there's consistency with how you're building your models. And the nice thing is you can use, if I click default, that's going to leave that as the default color. So in this case, with the pads, my pads are going to be red or whatever that color is. Looks red to me. If I double click on it, I could change the color to blue if I wanted. But as long as I check default and I name it pads on the next model, it's going to show up in that same color. Now look, Juan, we've got these curb R1s, R2s, right? That was created from when we did a template. If I wanted to rename it just to curb, I could do that here. So it's a nice way to rename everything, and I could call it all curb. So that way, no matter what, all those labels are going to be the same. So that way, that'll affect my model, and that way I don't have a ton of different line labels. If I want to turn something off, I could just uncheck enabled, and then it wouldn't send. Like those benchmarks, I don't need to send that out. The operators, they're not, the less they have to look at, the better, let's say. Because if you've ever looked at a model on a machine, it can get confusing. Those guys are under the gun. So let's just make their life easier. Utilize that Manage Export Colors. I'm going to hit close.